This is a sample lecture for moving a PowerPoint to an illustrated video lecture that you can use in your online class. The first thing to do is to create a slide just as you would for a face-to-face class, and on it you would add your content, add any pictures if you have any that are not copyrighted, of course, and that you can refer to or that you can give reference for. And then add animations, if any. An animation is when your text moves or when a picture appears. And then add your lecture. You can add voice to your lecture. Sometimes you can do that with the microphone that is on your computer, or you can also buy a microphone that plugs into a USB port, and those work very well nowadays. I'm using one that's by Blue Microphones, and the way you do that is by clicking on Slideshow, and then Record Slideshow, which is a button under that. And then it asks you to start recording. You have two options there. You can either start recording at the very beginning of the slideshow, or you can choose to start at a particular slide. I find that to be very helpful when I am recording, because that way if I want to change a single slide and the narration on it, I can. Or if I've got all of my other slides right, I don't have to go back to the very beginning in order to keep adding on. So I may narrate one slide at a time rather than just going straight through. After I do the lecture should not be very long in an online setting. I then create a slide at the end of that lecture, and I give some directions for a learning activity using one of the other tools in Blackboard. And so I create a slide in PowerPoint, and so this would be an example actually of a learning activity that I would have for this class. I want you to create a slide in PowerPoint, narrate that slide, save it as an MP4, which is an option in the newest versions of PowerPoint, and then transfer that MP4 to either YouTube or Kaltura, and then put it in your course as either a web link or as a Kaltura mashup. And I'll show you what that's like.